Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Cascarilla powder, which has its origins in West Africa and is extremely prominent in Santeria. But due to how easy it is to make and how useful it is also crossed over to other cultures as well. Basically, the uses for it is you use it to dispel negative energy that might be stuck on you. And it also creates a barrier between the natural and the supernatural world. It has its roots in West Africa. When that group of the people from that region were brought to the New World, they didn't have any type of access to their ancestral land. Because before they would use Ifun, which was like a white earth, but that wasn't available to them here. So they sought after something else, and they found the Cascarilla plant, which had, it was predominantly used among a lot of Caribbean cultures medicinally. It can be used to reduce fever. The word itself actually means husk or shell. So they would take the bark off the plant and they would grind the powder up. But over time, people found that you could do the same thing with eggs, with eggshells, because when you think the shell of an egg is like the husk of the egg. And eggs, they also represent like fertility and life, giving life. So that made it very appealing as well. And it's really easy to get access to eggs, no matter what culture, what class, everybody can get eggs. So I'm just gonna go over what you need. You really don't need a lot at all. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna need some eggs. I always try to do a dozen at a time. A container and a mortar and pestle. The wine is optional. All right, so first what we're gonna do, we're gonna deshell the eggs, get rid of the yolk, and let the shells dry. Also, you're gonna want to remove some of the membrane that you'll find inside as well. Okay, so I just want to share this with you guys really quick. I just cracked a double yolk egg. That's pretty rare, and that's actually kind of exciting. Alright, anyways, so here's one egg. What you're going to do, of course, first we're going to clean it off and get all the residue out, and then try to get some of the membrane off. Okay, so make that 3 double yolks. All of those 3 right along there, those were all double yolked eggs. It's getting a little creepy now. Alright, so I'm just going to set that up right there as I'm doing this. Just because I want to say, if you are not going to use the eggs today, or if you don't really need that many eggs at one time, please freeze them. Use them for baking, you know, pound cake. Egg yolks are great for pound cake. Something like that later. Or, literally my 4th double egg yolk. Donate them to somebody in the family, in the community, somebody who you know with a large family, a lot of kids. Ask them if they want some eggs the day that you're making this. That way you can also kind of do a little something to give back. There's 5 double yolk eggs. This is 6. This is about to be 6 double yolk eggs. And as you can tell, I am not just saying this. Here, I'm going to, sorry if this is a little gross, I'm going to zoom in this for you guys. That was the 6th double yolk out of this carton. Okay, so there were officially 7 double yolked eggs in that dozen. And actually, technically, it was only out of 11 eggs, because there was 1 egg that I used to cleanse myself, and I flushed that down the toilet with all of the negative energy. So yeah, 7 out of 11. Okay, so after they have been cleaned and the membrane has been taken off as best as you can leave them out to dry. If you have time, you can just set them out like this. You can put them up in a windowsill, someplace where it will get some sun on them. Another thing that people will like to do, you can set these on your altar while you wait for this process, while you wait for them to finish drying, so they can get the blessings of your ancestors A lot of people like to do that as well. So just leave these out to dry. It normally doesn't take too long, several hours. So I guess I'm gonna have me this glass of wine here and check back in with you guys. Okay, so eggs are all dried, and now we're going to get to grinding them into a powder. Now you're going to want to make sure that you get it ground up really good, as fine as you can, as powdery as you can. That's what we're going for. I hate seeing the really sloppily ground stuff that just looks like little chips. So, all right, here we go. All right. So as you can see, it's pretty powdery. I ground it up a couple of times. But now all you have to do is just add it into your container. And you can use this for so many different things, though. You can use this to dress candles with. You can put it in baths, cleansing baths, pre-ritual baths, all of that kind of stuff. You can even make like a floor wash. Like something I would do, I have like a cleaning vinegar wash that I use. I could put some of this in it with like a little bit of Florida water or something. So there's all types of uses for this stuff, guys. So let me know what you think. Feel free to hit me up with any questions or feedback. And thank you for tuning in with me tonight.